Hi, I'm David Francisco, a damn good professional wrestler, and I'm starting a promotion in London. If you follow my channel for a while, you've realized that for the past couple of weeks or so, I haven't been able to post as much as I want to, or I got you guys used to, and I do apologize, but I've been very busy. Because a project that I've had in my back pocket for months now finally got greenlighted, and I've had to focus on it a lot. It was actually an intense process because I was delaying starting things up as much as I could until I had a date. And then out of nowhere I had a date, and when I did, it was like, oh my god, okay, we need to get stuff going. And there was a lot of mental energy that I had to be put into a lot of things, and including to build up to the announcement and everything. And that happened the last few weeks, and I haven't been able to be as consistent with videos as I've been so far. But don't fear, you got one today, and you're gonna get another one in 2 days. 2 for 1. It's my my gift for you as a token of my appreciation to sticking with me. Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, I'm bearing the lead, aren't I? There's gonna be a new wrestling promotion in London, and I'm happy to say that I'm the person that's gonna be running it. I think that wrestling fans are looking for transparency, and I wanted to publicly come forward with either hey, this is my project, I'm the person that's in front of this. I'm not the only person that's dealing with this. In fact, there's gonna be obviously a lot of people involved in putting the show together, but the two people that will be presented as the team are myself, Bobby Davies, who is going to be head of production in the day and helps me with graphics and marketing and stuff, and Keely Hastic, very close to me, and she also has tremendous experience in customer service, so she's going to be the head of customer experience. She's going to be leading the team when it comes to the perspective of, well, people coming in, fans, right? How is their experience in the show? The three of us are going to be the faces, let's call it like that, of management of Purpose. Also, let me get this out of the way now. I want to talk about Purpose in my channels now as the promoter, and this will be the last time. From now on, if I'm gonna talk about Purpose here on my YouTube channel, for example, I'm going to talk it from the perspective of a professional wrestler. If you guys are interested in the promotion, then I'm going to have all the links for all the platforms, whatever your favorite is, just follow them. It's Purpose Wrestling everywhere, or Wrestle Purpose on Twitter. I was thinking what would be the best way for me to do this video and talk about Purpose, and I just decided to ask you guys to ask me questions, and I'm going to answer them about Purpose. I've got a hefty list here, so I think we should just get into it. How long have you been working on putting Purpose together? I'd say definitely since summer 2020. Basically, what I saw was, due to one reason or another with what happened in 2020, there was going to be two very prominent promotions in London, local promotions in London, that were going to disappear. I'm talking about Battle Pro and Soul. And there was going to be a very empty space there. I wanted to make sure that that space wouldn't be void, that there would be something for myself and my peers to develop ourselves and to showcase ourselves without having to wait for an opportunity on the big national promotions. There's so many other promotions that started the same way, right? Just the local thing and the talent that gets built around it that then becomes a star and gets brought to bigger and bigger platforms. I want to make sure there was something like that there. So since the summer of 2020 that I've been focusing on creating this promotion. The announcement of it has always been dependent on when we got a date. I didn't want to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna start a promotion, and then that would be it. There'd be nothing to follow it. There would be no substance to that announcement. I wanted to only go public with it when I had the guarantee of a date. And obviously, because of the pandemic and everything, that kind of got delayed and postponed until we got a confirmation from the venue, the Merton Arts Space, which is the same venue that Soul ran at. If you guys want to see wrestling there, you can check their YouTube channel. You can see some of the shows there and how cool and beautiful the venue is. And finally, the venue gave me a date. We confirmed it, we closed it, and I was ready to announce and go public. And that's what I did last week. The first date is 13th of August. What makes your company different? What's unique about Purpose? I'd say the talent that's going to be showcased. I want it to be the platform for the guys who do the London wrestling scene, who've been building it up and are continue to build it up, to be showcased there. It doesn't mean that I'm only going to showcase people from there. There's going to be wrestlers from all around the country showcased and stuff, but I think the talent and what the talent do will be something that's going to differentiate it. And then, like, the space is different as well. It's so cool, you know. I think that it's such a special thing because you can say there's wrestling in a library. It's such a fun night out, you know. At this stage, to be fair, the thing that I'm focusing on more than anything is to put on tremendous wrestling shows. Which leads me to the next question. What can we expect? You can expect tremendous wrestling shows. Seriously, it's the number one focus. Make sure we've put together an awesome show that's gonna make you want to come back. How often do you plan on having shows? How regular will the shows be? How many shows have you booked in advance? I'll open the game a little bit here. I don't have confirmation, 100% closed dates yet. I'm not sure how frequently shows will be ran because it depends on the demand, right? It depends on how eager people are to see wrestling and how interested they will be. If I see that you guys are like, no, we run wrestling every month, then okay, cool, we'll make an effort. If it's not worth it, then we won't run it every month. We'll find another frequency for it. I am thinking of doing 3 shows in 2021. That's the plan right now. Nothing confirmed yet. Have any matches been announced? Not yet at this moment. They will be, some of them will be announced before tickets go on sale. There is talent that has been announced. The best way to find all the information, everything that's been announced for that show is to go to purposewrestling.com/feelslikesummer. By the way, have a look on the website. There's a lot of stuff there on the website to give you more information about Purpose. Plans on having shows on different locations around London. Too early to have this conversation. At this stage, I'm focused on doing one show, and then we'll think where it goes from there. I really like the Merton Art Space. I think it's such a great venue. I have no other plans of running shows anywhere that isn't the Merton Art Space. Will you branch out and do shows out of London? Once again, I think it's too early to be thinking about this. We need to see where the demand is. I'm not against it, just like I'm not against running shows in other venues in London, but it's too early to have these conversations. Who knows, maybe one day. Hardest thing about actually setting up a new promotion. You know what, I think that the hardest thing was already done for us, which is the relationship with the entities that are not directly related with wrestling. Mostly the venue and the local community. Soul did a great job with that, and I'm sure there will be people who only found out about wrestling because they saw a Soul flyer or a Soul poster in the area, and they're waiting to see when wrestling's gonna come back to the Merton Art Space. Why the name Purpose Wrestling? I made a list of names that came to my mind that could be good names. I eliminated all the options that already existed in the world, and Purpose was the best one, my favorite one, out of stuff that didn't exist yet, you know? The fact that I can have purposewrestling.com and Purpose Wrestling on platforms because it hasn't been claimed yet is a big factor into the name. Besides, the name is pretty cool, isn't it? The name is pretty cool. Tell me in the comments. The name is cool. Right? Confirm, Michael. No, it's cool. I know it's cool. Just agree with me in the comments, or I'll delete them. Will the shows go to the online, or is it only be shows live? Will we be uploading the shows on YouTube or on demand? I really have no more details besides this, but it's definitely the plan to make sure that every single show is recorded and goes on VOD as early as possible. So I want to make sure that everyone can watch the show, even if they weren't there. There will be a VOD option for the Purpose shows. As an international star yourself, will you bring international wrestlers on your cards? I'd love to. I think it's one of those questions where it's too early to think about this, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, Brexit is an issue, and I'll have to figure out how that's gonna work. Like, I can go back and forth, right? But there were people that can't. But I think it would be really cool. You would spice up the cards. We'll just have to see if it's worth financially and how that was gonna happen. But I'm definitely not gonna say no to that. I'm gonna say yes, just not yet. We'll see how things go. Will you do an all-female show? Yeah, I think it's another one of those questions where it's too early to tell. I'm focused mainly on making sure that my shows, the first few ones, run properly and just slowly figuring things out. And then we can think of options like that, and I think it's a good idea, right? It's just too early to think about that yet, so definitely not this year. Will you do a Black History show with black wrestlers in October? Once again, I think it's a very good idea. I'm definitely open to do it. Not in October. Not this year. My focus is on figuring out the kinks of running the shows and making sure we establish that, and establish a brand as well, right? And then we can start to diversify. It just isn't time yet. It's too early to think about shows like that. If I leave my shaker at this show, will you look after it for 2 years again for me? Kelly6 sent this question. Kelly was booked on a Battle Pro show, and he forgot his shaker at the show. I kept the shaker, and it happened that we didn't see each other for a big while since then. And when we did see each other on the same show or in the same training session, one of the two, I don't remember, I didn't know he was there, so I didn't think of bring the shaker with me. 2 years after that shaker was here in my house, I washed it, by the way. I gave it back to him, and Kelly was so surprised when that happened. He was like, I can't believe that you just didn't nick it and keep it for yourself. I'm like, it's not mine. I got my shakers. It's yours. There you go. It's back. I have one item in this house that isn't mine, and I don't know who it belongs to, that I need to give back. How do I get tickets, and who are you facing? purposewrestling.com/feelslikeSummer is the information for tickets. They're not out yet. They will be out the day after restrictions in the UK ease. Right now the plan is June 22nd for a pre-sale on the newsletter, and then the following Friday, June 25th, for general sale. So if you want tickets, if you really want tickets, you should sign up to the newsletter. purposewrestling.com/newsletter. As for who am I facing? Gonna have to wait and find out. That's all the questions here, but if you guys have more questions about it, then I'm more than happy to answer them here in the comments. Just drop questions in the comments and I'll read them and I'll comment back. We can go back and forth in any questions you have. And check out the links in the description for anything Purpose Wrestling. But the thing to know is purposewrestling.com. All the information is there on the website, and all the platforms that you can follow. Everything is there as well. You guys have been so kind and so nice and so encouraging ever since I've announced Purpose, and I'm so excited to put this project together and make sure things come to life, because I really like doing it. But I'm very excited, even more than that, to share it with you. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you guys there on that show. August 13. Keep that date in mind. Right, this is the last time that I talk on this channel as the Purpose Wrestling promoter. Maybe I should open the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel. I just don't have anything to go there yet, but I'm sure I'll talk about it here on my vlogs and on my videos. Thank you very much for watching it. I appreciate it. There's more vlogs, more stuff for you to watch, matches and highlights and everything. I'm sure they'll be here on the side. Subscribe to have more David Francisco content. Why would you want to miss it? Like this video. I'll see you on the next one. Cool? Cool.